How's it going, viewer? Just doing some late night inking tonight. It's going to be a lot of fun. Doing a double page spread for the re-release of my zombie comic called The Cured. It's from a number of years ago. It was my first published work. Decided to slap a new cover on it and get it back out there. Just sharing the feed around. Give me a second and I'll start hosting this. There we go. Trying out some new styles lately with my inking. Been watching some David Finch videos, so I'm trying to get that style down. I've always loved the way that guy inks. It is time consuming. It's time consuming to draw like that too. This page took about all day to draw, but it's slightly smaller than standard comic size. It's a wraparound cover, so I didn't want to go too big and then have to futz around with getting everything lined up and scanning two different sheets and everything, so I figured I'd just make it one page and save the hassle. Hopefully go a bit quicker with the inking too. We'll see. It's definitely usually use some cross-hatching, but never anything in this amount. Also like his ink style, because he also does throw in some line weights there with brushes and stuff, so it's usually really nice looking. Just did an appearance on Comic XP, a new show that I just was invited on. It was a lot of fun. Really nice guys. And one of the guys promoting his comic there was also, he was working with Carlos Trigo, great indie artist, who I had the pleasure of coloring way back in the day. I absolutely love his art. The guy's just phenomenal. Me, him, and a guy called Brandon Rhinus all worked on a book together called Ghoul Squad, which was a blast. Published in America and in Germany. I did the logo for that one as well as color it. I think I might have lettered some of it too. Did a lot of work for Brandon, so ended up doing a lot of stuff for him. This is the cover of, I'm going to be reissuing my first published work, a story called The Cured. I'd say it's probably about 7 or 8 years old now. It's just a little 8-pager, but I've got coverless copies, so I probably should put a cover on them. Do a re-release, get it out there again. It's a fun story where this was at like the right before, let's say, peak zombie interest happened. I was on the wave right beforehand, and it was more apt because after zombie fatigue hit in, my story is kind of like the end. It's the cure of zombieism and what that world would look like once it's recovering. So it was something fun to explore. My buddy Eugene did the. I'm probably going to get him to color this too. He did the colors on the. Well, we worked together on the colors on the inside, so I'll probably get him. I haven't talked to him for a long time, so it'll be fun to bring back this project to him. Not even sure what he's working on lately. Hopefully he's got time. There's a lot of stuff to color in this. Should probably tell my Patreon that I'm doing this. Let's see. Going to be working my way back with the inks from foreground to background, so you'll be able to see this thing take shape really. It's probably going to be a pretty late night. How's that showing up on stream? kind of an experiment too, to play around with putting different covers on books, because I want to start doing silkscreen covers as a special edition for some of them. And we'll just have to judge how easy it is to take off a cover and then put something new in its place and get it all trimmed down nicely. Hopefully it goes well. It's a way of adding kind of value to it. I'm not sure how most people do that with their silkscreen stuff. I know Becky Cloonan did some silkscreen work. I need to get a co-host or something. I know YouTube used to have a feature where you could join people's channels and they could do live stuff together. I think they got rid of it. Gonna definitely be whipping out the brush later. Get some big bold lines happening on these, especially the stuff in the foreground. Usually with hatching, people don't really like line weights. That's one of the things I like about David Finch's stuff is he still does it. I have no idea how to get more people involved. First couple of live streams I did, I had chat was going on a bit. We were talking about conspiracy theories and shit like that. It was pretty fun. If anything you want to talk about, shoot. It's a bit more engaging that way. Then when people stumble in, there'll be stuff going on. There's going to be so much hatching on this. It's going to be wild. Hopefully give it a lot of the depth. Like I said, I'm trying to imitate the some of the stuff I've been seeing on David Finch's channel. That guy's just such a boss inker. I'm not sure if he has other artists do his stuff ever, but his YouTube video is great. Can't really mess with it. I remember when I was like 6, I think, when I first saw his work. He was doing something for Cyberforce way back in the day. I remember his picture in the back. He's always looked the same. He's had the same look forever. I met him probably in about 2008. He was at Fan Expo one year. I've always just been in awe of his line art. The guy's a beast. And he also has one of the better kind of pro YouTube channels going that I don't know tons of them, but his is definitely something. Lots of cool techniques that he goes into. His penciling videos made me want to get more kind of adept in some elements of penciling that I always just kind of left to my inks. So that's helped my work pretty greatly, just watching how he does some rendering stuff. I definitely want to get my pencils tighter and tighter. Been kind of working towards it. It'd be nice one day if I didn't have to ink and color all my own stuff. That's the goal. Oh, thanks, Kim. Like your avatar, creature from Black Lagoon. It's gonna be a while. This thing, I don't know. I spent like all day drawing it, pretty much. I was saying it is at a different drawing aspect or scale. It's not the 17 by 11s, so hopefully it'll be a bit quicker. It is going to be a pain to color. for the inspiration for this, the layout, I found an old issue of Juxtapose that I had kicking around that I always wanted to use for a zombie reference, just because it's this guy who paint these massive photorealistic paintings of photographs that he'd take of people in mosh pits. So it was just waiting to get kind of cribbed or swiped, put into something a bit different. So I've always intended on giving it the zombie feel. And the idea that it's just people moshing and then turning it into something that's just even, I don't know, like just hyper violent. There's going to be a lot of blood on here. Goes with that kind of Outlaw Comics ethos. Except it's going to be rendered out the ass. Usually my work is, I don't know, I like drawing backgrounds quite a bit, and I do tons of detail on those. So this one, being mostly figures, is quite out of the ordinary for me. Definitely got to play around with some clothes textures, which is something I definitely need to work on. Doing this guy's jacket's all denim, so it's gonna be fun to, I don't know. I think Frank Quietly is someone who every time I see him draw denim, I'm always in awe. Like I can render denim like nobody else can. So I'll have to get some reference of that. Get it looking nice. It just came off of a interview on the Pop XP channel. Kind of just wanted to pop in here and get some work done tonight. Really want to make some progress on this. It'd be wild if I could pencil and ink it in one day, because it is a lot of work. Sent the scanned pencils to my wife, and I do most of my stuff in blue line, so I kind of put it into grayscale and sent it to her, a bit darkened up, and she thought it was already inked, and I was like, I wish it was already inked, because it's gonna be a while. No, I love inking, so it's not that big of a deal. I've never even tried doing my own pencils. I've colored people's pencils before. I've never tried coloring over just my straight pencils. It seems to get less and less popular from what I've seen. I remember when like Joe Mad was doing the Ultimates with his pencil style, and I thought that that was going to be the way that everyone went after that. But even with the advent of digital art becoming increasingly popular, it seems that everyone still wants like a rendered ink style rather than pencils. So I was pretty wrong about everyone wanting to start looking like their pencil kind of just digitally paint over it. Joe Mad was the artist on like my first big run I ever collected on his X-Men. And I just wish the guy did more comics. I'd love to see his work more. I'm not sure if he ever did a run on Spider-Man, but I've seen a couple of his Spider-Man drawings, and they're just amazing. I understand that he does a lot of concept art and stuff, or did for a time, for video games, and it's probably a lot more lucrative than comics, but I'm selfish and I'd rather see his work there. Got Battle Chasers and stuff like that too. Actually, the first person's art I ever inked that wasn't my own stuff was actually a Joe Mad piece. I was really young. I still got it. This chainsaw is going to be a lot of fun to ink in later. But gotta keep on noodling away at the stuff in the foreground. Got a big day of coloring tomorrow, so it's going to be nice to have a day and a night of inking and pencils. I've stopped coloring other people's work, but I mean, I'll always, if I like someone's pencils or inks enough, I'll always throw myself up if I like it enough. But for the most part, I want to get away from even inking. I just want to pencil more. So yeah, I think the final, I think it's 16 by 13, 16 and a half by 13. So I'll be able to shrink it down just slightly, and it'll be able to be a wraparound cover. I think that's what I'm going to keep on doing for my wraparounds. Just kind of over trying to get the ratios all right on two 17 by 11s and either tape them together or buttress them against each other. Just going to get these style or this size paper and just keep on doing it like this. Seems like a pretty good option. Doing the logo by hand was fun too. Eventually I'll letter a book by hand. Although when I hand letter, I'm slow as hell. And I also make spelling mistakes all the time, so it's probably best I keep on just lettering on the computer. Oh, it's going to be a late night of hatching. Though I do kind of want to bring out the brushes just so I can get some bold lines and work my way back. I remember there was a time when everyone, I don't know. I guess, I don't know. People still use brush pens. Like I'm using one right now. It's this new one. Well, new to me. It's pretty good. I saw someone review it. They said it was the best one that they ever had. And I had gotten a couple of them for free in a JetPens order. So I whipped it out as soon as they said it was good stuff. I always weary about trying out new markers because I'm pretty choosy about them. I mean, I like the Tombos, and I know those aren't necessarily made for comic work or anything. I think they're more of a writing tool in Japan. But I like those quite a bit. I go through those. This guy's pretty awesome. Definitely going to need to pick up some more because this guy's going to be run out by the end of the night. But nothing beats a brush. Really want to let most of my bold lines go so I can do them with a brush later. Really want them really beefy. My flatter's gonna hate me for this one, just because there's so much going on. It's gonna be hard for me to justify spending money on a colorist though, so I'm probably gonna end up having to color it myself. This is just gonna be for a reissue of my story, The Cured. So I'm not sure. It's not going to be very lucrative. I think I'm mostly just going to give them away. It's just a short mini comic, so it doesn't make sense to spend some money on a colorist if I'm not making any money out of it. So just putting more work on my plate. Craig, are you an artist?
Just looking for some brushes. Got some brand new ink. This is the best brand out there. This is like by far the blackest ink available that I've ever found. I've heard stuff about Black Cat being really good, but this is for my money. It goes on really thick. It doesn't come up very much with an eraser. Not that I erase this because of the blue line. Let's see. Ooh. Jesus. That's wicked, dude. 2 tattoo shops. That's a lot of art you're looking at all day and all night. A friend who's a tattoo artist, and he paints on the side. I guess you're all about the line art. During quarantine, I was thinking about getting a tattoo gun and I don't know, maybe fucking up my thighs or something with it. Didn't end up getting that. Although when they did lift restrictions, I did go out with my wife and we got some tattoos for our anniversary, like we usually do every year. I've had a lot of tattoos, and this guy, my most recent one, was done by, like, by far the most brutal tattoo artist I've ever had the pleasure of sitting through. It was pretty rough. I got the backs of my arms done, so it's pretty hard to show off. He also did that ancient tiger logo on my hand, but I need to go in for touch-ups and get some work done on it still. He was really rough. She got Hanshin Tiger's logo on her thigh, and there's a lot of black in it, and he did it all with a pretty small. Yeah, it wasn't bad. The first tattoo I ever got was on my ribs because I wanted to. Everyone tries to say that one's the worst, so I wanted to get kind of a benchmark for what everything else was gonna be like. I'm gonna say the rib's not the worst one I've had.
Usually I have a game plan for what I want next. Head is the most painful. Yeah, I can imagine. I've heard some horror stories about some head tattoos. I wanted to get a neck one for a while, but the wife does not want me getting a neck tattoo. Yeah, on all the tattoo shows, I always see people do pretty poorly when they get the head tattoos. A lot of passing out, a lot of shakes and stuff. Whereabouts on your head did you get it? Hey, babe. No. Nice. I got that one last summer, and it's I don't know, just a bouquet of wildflowers, and that one was by far one of the best tattooers I've ever had work on me. But she moved shop, so I can't go back to her. Which is too bad. She was great. I think I'm just going to get a whole bunch of kind of stuff to fill out the rest of around here next. Just a whole bunch of little burner nickel ones or whatever. I forget what the technical term is for a bunch of little tattoos. Probably like a Dead Kennedys logo or something cool like that in there. Some lucha masks. I used to have a big old game plan, but it's kind of changed over the years. Also want to get some steepling done around here. Not like a drop shadow, but just all around it kind of thing. Fill it out a bit. Trying to even remember what the shop I went to had forget what the name of the shop was. It had a fairly funny pun.
It's the only tattoo shop I've ever been in that played country music, which is weird. And not like old country music, but like brand new country music. It's a weird place. Yeah, it was weird. It was a weird place. It's like they had TVs, and on the TV it was playing Charlemagne the God's podcast, which was super offensive. I forget what the thing they were talking about was, but it was all fucked up. And then on the radio they were playing New Country. And it was hours. I'm not sure where you're based out of there, Craig, but I'm here in Canada, and Canada's laws on tattoos kind of change province to province. And I don't think you could do it anymore. But when my first tattoo I got when I was 16, and it was pretty rad to be able to just drive to a place and they had no qualms with tattooing a 16-year-old. That was in BC, so I mean, I'm not sure if they've changed. It's been a while since I've been back, but yeah, it's pretty crazy. People are always shocked about that. I'm sure, like, the chances of people being litigious nowadays would probably keep them keep them from doing that. But I don't know. The tattoo artist is cool. We listened to Slayer the whole time. Yeah, for sure. Small world. I go to Toronto every now and then. Maybe I'll come check out your shop one day. I need to find a new artist. I had this one artist, like the first guy I started going to out in Ontario. He just got more and more popular. He's an amazing artist, and he's kind of priced out of my range. And and last I don't know, the last time I got a tattoo from him, it also took forever. Like you have to. Okay, Oshawa, sweet. Um, but he's definitely like priced out, and the wait list is just so long. His name's Rob Chambers. For sure. We had our tattoos booked forever, and then the pandemic happened and shut everything down. So then we had to wait for a long ass time. Yeah, I can only imagine the stuff you have to deal with as a tattoo artist, and the long ass days, and the bad clients, and oh man. For me, something that would always stop me from, like, I've been interested in tattoos forever, but the thing that would stop me is just the idea of clients not being satisfied with my work, and I don't know, I'd feel just absolutely horrible, or if they change their mind about something, or I don't know. I've never changed my mind on any tattoos I have personally, but I know some people do. Let some people have their apprentices give her a go on my legs too. So I've got some ones. I don't regret them though. They're still special to me. Yeah, for sure. That's how I found the one who did my arm that I'm really happy with. A friend had gotten hers stuff done there. This girl just pretty much just does botanical stuff, which is a really cool niche, and not just like old school roses or something, but like all sorts of different botanical stuff. So as soon as I saw her art, I'm like, that's who has to do this one. But now I think she's back to Peterborough or somewhere, so it's a bit far out of the way to go. But definitely worth it. If I ever need any more flowers or anything, definitely go back to her. That's awesome, man. I love the comic kayfabe group. I've met nothing but good peeps through it. And I wish the borders would open up. Well, I mean, I wish it was over, I guess. I've had a shipment of books trapped in the States for over a year now, getting close to a year, like 700 books. Just brutal. Yeah. One of my most recent Kickstarter books. It's a H.P. Lovecraft adaptation, but I managed to get all the ones that I needed to fulfill my Kickstarter. But like I have half a pallet of books just at my buddy's place in Buffalo, and I haven't been able to pick them up. So on my next order of books, I'm just going through one of the border services. Hopefully that'll be painless. But it's just more expense. No, I don't know where Whitby is. I've been in Ontario for 11 years and I still don't know the geography very well. That's what happens when you just stay in your basement and do comics. Went to Hamilton for the first time last year. And London. They went to both those cons and it was a fun time. And I think actually that might be 2 years ago at this point. Time kind of flies / stands still in COVID. It was supposed to go last year. Obviously, didn't happen. Or is it? Who knows, man? It's time's a fucking. Ugh. Oh, cool. That's awesome. Yeah, the Lovecraft stuff is. I don't know. It's really cool. You can do so much with it. For me, I like. I don't know. I like psychedelic stuff, so I usually throw in psychedelic stuff into there. The, it's all about the medium, right? So comics being a visual medium, the idea of unseen terror doesn't really sit well with me. I think it's much more interesting to try to give it a visual language and try to make something truly unique. I've been doing one a year for the last 3 or 4 years, and pretty much I come out with the book on its 100th anniversary of it being written. So this year I'm doing 2021's, or sorry, 1921's Music of Eric Zahn as my book. And that one's a blast. I've been waiting to do that one for a while. And I do like library cons. It can be a lot of fun. I mean, as long as it's comic fans and comic makers, I'd go fucking anywhere. I'm excited for cons to come back eventually. A lot of them still have my money. Talked to some other comic creators from America, and they all got refunds, and I
I don't think a single Comic-Con in Canada so far has given me a refund on stuff from last year. Oh, that's awesome, man. But yeah, I also was setting up me and my yeah, well, that's what they're saying. They're saying that they'll just hold it for next year, but it was just, they're kind of asking me to have faith that they'll be around next year without a year of, revenue or anything else like that. And so help me God, if they try to charge more next year for like additionally, like, oh, we held your table, but we also need another $100. Oh, I'm gonna be livid. I was really disappointed to not be able to go to TCAF because I had gone for the first time a couple of years ago, and I absolutely had a blast at TCAF. I had never been, and I was really looking forward. I hadn't had my comic printed up yet, so I couldn't enter it in any of the kind of creator things or any local stuff like that. But once it's opened back up, I can't wait to submit my work, get more people's eyes on it at a proper like kind of indie convention where there's some spot in the limelight for local stuff and indie stuff. Yeah, it is. They do cycle um, they cycle creators. So if you get into it one year, you have to, I think, take like 4 years off after. I had a buddy get a table the year I went, and he had a good time. He sold a lot of books. It was fun to visit him at the table too. It's different, kind of being at this big old library and seeing everyone. It was a different kind of feel. Being from out west, I kind of grew up with. I'd go down to Emerald City Comic Con in Seattle, which is like strictly like almost uniformly like indie focus. So that was kind of where I kind of busted my chops and met all these indie creators way back in the day. And I don't know that I'd say the indie focus at TCAF was about as close as I'd seen out here. So it was a nice kind of change of pace compared to like fan expos and stuff like that. Which can be fun, but I don't know. They're not very lucrative anymore for indie stuff from my experience. Yeah, I'll definitely post more. I've been mainly just posting like when I have a Kickstarter or something, but that's not a good way of building an audience. It's kind of shitty. Shitty thing to do is only post when you want money from people. I'll probably give away some of my books soon on there. What type of comics do you do, Craig?
Hmm. Nice. What did you do in the image one? I also participated in that book. Oh, cool. I'm really excited, man. I never got my hands on the Wizard magazine thing, but I saw that they're doing a second one, and I'll hopefully be able to grab copies of both. I like the little projects kind of stuff. But ooh, sorry. I think Disaster. I forget. It was a while ago. It was the one I think Mark Darden was putting together. So maybe a different one. I got to do some Voltermites fucking some people up, so that was a lot of fun. And I also got to draw Youngblood, which was also a blast. Okay, yeah, so I got to. It was a fun thing for me because I just did. I think I'm not sure if anyone else or if everyone did one page or whatever, but my one page I got to draw Youngblood. I got to draw the Voltermites. I got to draw. I don't know. I got to draw really graphic shit, which is what I like drawing. And then I worked twice up, so I worked on really big paper, which was uh, a lot of work, both in scanning it and yeah, the actual inking of it took forever. But it was fun working twice up. I know that like the first time I heard about it was because Eric Larson was talking about it. I think that's and then yeah, I saw the I think it was Will Eisner's Spirit. One of the artist editions for that came out in the proper size, and it was just something to behold, like a book that's that big. It was wild. And yeah, it was fun to work on. Yeah, I'll definitely get on that. I've got some time in my schedule right now that I've just been kind of filling with this and that. Uh, I just wrapped up it's with the printers now, but my first 48 page book, and that took forever to draw ink and color and letter all that. So now that I'm done that business, I have some time to do some side projects or like little kind of things again, which is nice because 48 pages is a lot. Don't really have the attention span for that shit. Hmm. Yeah, that'd be cool. It's called Death Row Sorcerer. It's I don't know. It's a really cool project, self-contained. I'm probably going to do a sequel later this year. I've got some ideas of where I want to do it, what I want to do with the story and everything. It's just going to get zanier and zanier. But yeah. Most of the stuff I've done up to this point have been. Oh yeah, man! I've got tons of copies coming. I ordered 1,000. Yeah, I like doing big print runs. Well, I mean, big for someone who's just kind of. Yeah, oh yeah, man, for sure. I'll give you one. I've got variant covers too, so for sure. I print on newsprint, so the copies themselves are pretty cheap. So I just do big print orders. My first book I did, my first H.P. Lovecraft one, is pretty much sold out at this point. So I was ordering 700 ago for a bit. And now I'm up to ordering 1,000. And if they keep on selling out, I'll just keep on ordering more. But yeah, newsprint kicks ass. There's a couple lessons to learn, but now I'm getting my hang on what to do with colors, what saturations work, what I don't know, pastels, stuff like that can look really nice on there. But um, if you make your artwork too dark or your coloring too dark, it can get all muddy. But Death Row Sorcerer is going to look fucking great. I don't know, another thing, since it's so big, I got to play around with double page spreads, which was fun. It was a fun exercise to. Yeah, man. Fuck yeah, Archie. I don't know. My color thing, for if you're ever working with newsprint, I think if it's a shade that Kevin Nolan uses on a cover, you're probably pretty good. Yeah, man. I saw you on Facebook, so I'll just add you on there and we can talk. But I've had a blast so far, man. I take it you're probably working on your comic. Sweet, man. Well, I'm looking forward to it. Thanks, dude. I don't know. It's been a I don't know. That's all I ever wanted to do, and it's just been. I don't know. I wear my influences on the sleeve for the most part, but I find my styles going a bit different. I kind of bring different things to each book. Yeah, man. Have a great one. Thanks for chilling out, man, and I look forward to talking to you. Just be back in a second, other viewer.